gonna talk like what him?
Right here? Well, I know you understand me. Don't act like you ain't never heard me before.
I don't know what's wrong with him, guys, but I appreciate y'all joining. Got him. I always get him. It's all gravy. He'll be speaking Geechee and Gullah, I guess. But welcome, welcome, welcome this evening to another edition of Our Take. I am your host, Miss Farrah Derr, and this is my co-host, Mr. T.T. Torrence Thompson. What's happening?
I it all good, man. I know it all good. No, that's for my shout out from people from Charleston, South Carolina. What's going on? Nothing's happening here. New week, couple of days, getting ready for Christmas, getting past things, excited. You know,
Woo!
just kicking it. What about
Christmas.
yourself? What's going on with you?
Man, listen, God, man, damn Christmas. Okay, I'm doing what my T-shirt say. Sarcasm. It's what I do. I ain't worried about Christmas. I started Christmas shopping the other day, and I was done within about 12 hours. So done. Didn't even have to leave the house. It was awesome. So so yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's been a good week. Just getting ready for Christmas. But everything is purchased that I'm gonna buy. I have an age limitation on who I buy gifts for. So, that shuts out a lot of kids and people
Wow.
in the family. If you didn't give birth to me and you're not under 10, it's a wrap.
Well, I'm not. I didn't give birth to you, and I'm not under 10, so I'll accept this as our spending
You ain't
quality
getting no
time as
gift.
my gift, as your
Yeah,
gift for me. That's
man.
what the gift
Yeah,
is.
man. That's all I can do for you. Oh, sorry. But anyway, love you the same. Love you the same. You might have your hour take gift. Who knows? Who knows? But until then, got a lot to get into. We got a lot this week. There's a lot of stuff went on. I'm over here trying to figure. I'm
Listen,
watching Carolina and Florida play. 3-point game. Pretty good game.
no, you're not.
I
You
am.
watch you watching North Carolina and Florida today because I'm watching Carolina play Clemson right now.
We do
So
not have.
that's what you
It's
do.
late in the evening, y'all. I'm not about to do this North and South Carolina thing with him because we all know what Carolina it is. So I'm not even about to do this. Anywho, let's move on along. Let's get into this. So all
Mm.
this because we got a lot to cover tonight. We're gonna start with NCAA. And you didn't even ask me how I was doing. I'm still all stuffy. Do I still sound real stuffy?
Well, that's your normal sound.
You
I
know,
just thought you were normal. You as long as you ain't coughing and sneezing, we good. If you can talk, we
it's
understand each
like
other.
y'all, he ain't got no love for the sister, but it's all gravy, all good. But we're gonna jump right on into it. We got Navy. Remember we talked about the Navy game. It actually was a good game. It wasn't a punt bowl tournament or nothing like that. It wasn't even hazy and ugly. But Navy showed Army what was up, and they didn't care about their little rank. They didn't care about that little number 22.
Yeah, I was watching a couple of minutes of the game, because I was still scared. Every time I look around, they were running the ball, so I was like,
Uh,
what y'all doing to me? you know. But you're right. It ended up being a really good game, and Navy said, "Listen, Army, this is our world today. We running this. Y'all can go fight over there. We handle this field right now, and we just smack y'all." So it was a good game, and somebody scored 31 points.
yeah,
31? Is that what I
it was
see in there?
31 to
So
13.
go Navy. Good game. It's just that it kept our mouth wet and ready for some more football that's coming up soon. So
Yeah, it did. It was a good
it was good.
start. It was a really good start to what we're trying to get to. So hats off, Navy
Correct.
one, do y'all thing. Uh, that's all I got. It really wasn't a boring bowl, so let's say that it wasn't that boring. So just wanted to get them a little shout
Good.
out. We're starting out with them, but hey, we're gonna move on over to the folk that I forgot about last week to tell that they were having it. Oh boy. Celebrations Bowl, the cricket, that cricket done took them over. When that happened, it might have been that way. I don't know. But the Cricket Celebration Bowl was this past weekend, starring Jackson State and South Carolina State. And Jackson State proved
Oh,
it
dogs!
right. They proved that they could actually win the championship without oh boy.
True.
So the tradition
True.
continues. They won. Uh, I was happy for them and their coaches. So and it was a really good game, 28-7. And South Carolina State, I actually watched them play maybe two games this season, and they were really good. They were really, really good. They beat up North Carolina Central, and then we turned around and I didn't know Jackson State was gonna win like this.
Jackson State out. I mean, just powered South Carolina State. I was a little disappointed because I was pulling for the Bulldogs. You know, you got to always represent the crib and everything possible. But what I did enjoy is the fact that Jackson State is staying at a certain level and, in fact, doing a little bit better. Because Deion didn't win the Celebration Bowl. The last one, South Carolina State actually beat Deion. He actually got beat by South Carolina State. And so this coach has stepped in and has taken them to a different level, and they won the Black College National Championship, and it was a good game. And Jackson State just put it on the Bulldogs of South Carolina State. But I know my boys down from Orangeburg, South Carolina, they'll be back, and we'll see what happens next year. So represent South Carolina to the fullest.
They ain't got no cuckoo or nothing like that. I'm just checking.
I can't. No cuckoo. I can.
Now let it go.
Oh.
Yeah.
I can bark at the Bulldogs. You know what I'm saying? You be bark on that one.
Roof.
That's a small dog that just barked right there.
Roof is over here.
Roof.
But shout out to Jackson State. Congrats on winning the Celebration Bowl for HBCU Championship. Let's see. We actually got our first playoff game coming up. Finally. Good gracious. I mean, I don't know how happy you are because you felt like these lineups were pretty soft and stupid, at least the first round. So, you know what I mean? I don't know what your take is on it, but we got Indiana and number 7 Notre Dame. What you got?
Yeah, they soft. It's still soft. I don't give a Rudy who. I'm not bitter because of anything else. It's just you pick a game 10-7. No, Indiana 7, Notre Dame. Nobody gonna watch it unless you're from the state of Indiana. Notre Dame has a following across the country, but you couldn't name 3 players on an Indiana football team now. If they were playing basketball, that's a different conversation. Nobody knows who Indiana is, but we got football on Friday night. It's playoff football. I guess I'll watch it if there's nothing else on. I mean, I'm gonna say it just like that. And I'm gonna go for Notre Dame because I like Marcus Freeman, black head coach at Notre Dame. I like him. I like what he stands for, and I like how he's turning that program back around after they were kind of dormant for a couple of years. So I'm pulling for Notre Dame in this one. I hope they beat Indiana by 77 in the first half and don't even play nobody in the second half. That's how they can beat them so bad.
Okay.
That's just my take.
All right. Well, we're going to turn this into a basketball game instead of a football bowl game with 77 points. All right. I like Notre Dame in that as well. So we're going to see how this goes. It starts Friday night. This is a Friday night game. It's the only one on Friday. The rest of them will be on Saturday. And we'll cover those on Saturday. I think we got SMU up first at 11 a.m. So, I'm super geeked about that. I am super
Mustangs!
So we're going to talk about that on Saturday. But, yeah, best of luck to you, Indiana, all you good guys. And we're going to, just cover, I guess, a little bit of these other bowl games, I guess. Let's see. I know.
Before you even start.
I'm not going to start
I'm disappointed in you.
Why?
I'm disappointed in you.
What I do?
Because you're supposed to be down there watching the Scooters Frisco Coffee Bowl right now. You sitting in the house. Why are you at the house? You're supposed to be at the ball game.
Man, listen. I'm not doing it.
It's 5 minutes away from. Well, you on 380. 3 hours away from your house. 5 minutes usually. Right? 3 hours on your road.
3 hours away. It is like a 5-mile actual distance. You are so right with all this construction, Lord. And you won't see me. But now they're over there playing. I think it's what time they play? They play 8:00. They might start. And
it's 8 or 9 o'clock tonight or something.
8:00. It's an 8:00 game. Memphis plays West Virginia over at Toyota Stadium. Yes, it is by where me and Torrence, we could probably get there at the same time, but I ain't going. Yeah, I don't care to see number 25 Memphis.
We can end the podcast and still get tickets. We can walk in. We can walk up there and still get tickets. You want to come on in? Go ahead in it.
Have you seen any flags flying around like from the other states? I ain't seen nothing. So
I ain't seen nothing. Nobody.
Yeah, but
But I'm gonna tune in because I want to see the 17 people in the crowd. So I will tune in to see if I see the 17 people in the crowd. So.
Well, I'm sure somebody's gonna be over there, but they're playing tonight. Let's see who else we got. We already did cricket. We already talked about that IS-4S, but South Alabama ended up beating Western Michigan in that bowl game. Let me run through this. Boca Raton. Wednesday, we got Western Kentucky, James Madison. UNLV plays
Woohoo!
Cal. UNLV play Cal. If y'all
Yeah.
want to watch that tomorrow, if you're bored and ain't got nothing else to do. Thursday, Sam Houston plays Georgia Southern plus Texas folk. If you want to see that Friday, Ohio State. No, I'm sorry, Ohio. I don't even think they're in the state of Ohio. I don't know where it's at.
Oh,
Uh,
hi-oh. Oh,
yeah, they play Jacksonville State. Knock yourself out with the
hey,
Staff DNA Cure
Jacksonville
Bowl.
State of the, excuse me, the Jacksonville State of the Fighting Gamecocks. So I always represent you. That's the only other team in the country with the nickname Gamecocks. There's only two: Jacksonville
Nope.
State and South Carolina.
All
So,
right, you can
just saying.
have it.
And they just lost their head coach because he became the head coach in West Virginia. Rich Rodriguez left Jackson State to go to West Virginia. That's all I got to say.
Do what they got to do. Shout outs to them. Your sister just joined. What's up, Terrell? Thank you for joining.
Oh
Thank you for
Lord.
joining. I sure appreciate you. Running through these retarded bowl games, the Mortgage Gasparilla Bowl, Tulane in Florida. All that's Friday night. Okay, I'm just gonna wait on that 7 o'clock game between Indiana and Notre Dame and call it a day. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do.
Well, I may have to just sit around and have the TV on all day, just
Yeah,
represent bowl games.
they start at 11. I'm saying they got the DNA Cure Bowl at 11 a.m. So you get 11, 2:30, and then a 7 o'clock game. So you good all damn day. Do what you gotta do. Yeah, do what you gotta do.
I'll be all right.
Yeah,
I'll be all right.
that's all I got. But other than that, the next games are Saturday. We'll get into them on Saturday. So shout out to the bowl games this week. There you go. Yeah, I'm not here for it. I'm not here for it. But let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. All right. Now, Saturday night. Man, Saturday night was more than the Heisman, boy. I tell you, it caused a lot of. Oh, ooh, Travis is in some travesty. Uh, but we're going to start out with the Heisman. That's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about what needs to be talked about. Travis Hunter wins the Heisman as we knew he should have. It was an awesome show. I watched it from start to finish. I think it was my first Heisman I've ever sat down and watched. So I'm really, I don't sit and watch that, man. Listen. But I really enjoyed it. My first time sitting it out throughout the whole, watching it all. It was really great. And I am very happy that Travis Hunter is the 2024 Heisman Trophy winner.
Okay, well, he won by 214 votes, which was the closest in the last 20 years or so, or something like that. They said, and Genty actually got on the radio after that and said, you know what, congratulations, but I think I deserved it, and I love that confidence about him. I'm happy that he felt that way because he did have a hell of a season.
Yep.
But I'm going to be the first one to admit, the dude almost had me with a tear behind his little speech.
Man,
I was sitting there trying
he was
to
100 with that speech. He was 100 with that speech. It tore my chest out, man. Listen. Yeah, he did.
I was sitting there okay, come on now.
Now,
did stop eating these onions in here.
Did you Google and see his dad's response? If you didn't, you're going to cry again. I did see it. I was about to say, if you did, you're going to cry again.
I did see Dad respond, but I saw it when he was in the back of his head. So when he was sitting there, and he was, and I turned because I'm a grown man. I ain't watching these two dudes start crying all up in the video. No, I ain't watching it. But what you trying to avoid, and what's the biggest news about this Heisman? The biggest news about the Heisman.
Well, wait. I know. Go ahead. I'm not about to jump into his personal business yet. We're gonna get there now. I did just put up before I let you go there because I know you itching. I did put up those numbers. You was talking about how he beat Genty. We go one thing at a time. Look at you itching. 22-31. Jenny had 2017. Okay, that was total points. Votes 552 to 309. Okay, so just want to throw that in there because I already had that picture and I was going to use my damn picture. You're not about to jump ahead. But no, really, I didn't have anything on it. You good. Go ahead, though, because we really need to talk about this. How do you feel about this whole situation?
So, A young man won the Heisman, and that should be the conversation of somebody who's done something nobody else has ever done. Uh, Offense and defense, starting and putting plays around from both situations. He was the focal point on both sides. So that's what we should be celebrating. But why is the first thing that comes out, Dion had to make somebody girlfriend stand up because she don't know how to stand up in front? Uh, Number one, what's that about? And number two, her getting aggravated because he was taking pictures after that with other people and he's sitting there like, I gotta sit there? Why is this a story? Why do we care about this girl? Why is she anywhere to be cared about at all? You can you answer that for me? Tell
Yes,
me why.
I'm gonna try. I will try. See, okay, I'm a big Hunter fan, so I don't follow them. Trust, I don't follow them, but I do see a lot of their TikToks and stuff that reels that come up, and they've been together a long time. So when they did all that, I didn't take the speculation. I didn't feel like she was being the way she was, way they were stating she was. I felt like she was sitting there. Her face was even turned. He didn't tell her to get up. It was more or less let me sit here, and she wasn't standing, and I think she stood up and her face wasn't even turning, she wasn't even looking at his mom. So then she stood up, greeted him, went on. So and today she gave a video, she explained every scenario that they talked about. Everything. I even went back and got videos of them when they first, some video saying that she left him in his DM and he wasn't her type. She was like, he had a girlfriend. So, yeah, she left him in the DM. You know what I mean? So she was like, I don't talk to people who have a girlfriend. So that's why he got left. It wasn't because I was waiting on him, but they've been together 5 years. I truly don't think the girl is what they're saying. I just think Travis isn't what people perceive him to need to be, what they feel like as a football player who has all this stuff at his whim. Why is he with this girl? Why is he letting her control him? He's not. He's in love. He doesn't run the streets. He doesn't do this. He doesn't do that. Just because he's a Heisman, play both sides of the ball, he's a manly man. What he supposed to run the streets? Be a hoe? Be at the club every night, running through girls after girls on campus? He doesn't have to be that. Just because we perceive and think Jock's supposed to be that way. This guy's not that way. And if you followed him long enough before Heisman, hell, just back when he was at Jackson, he wasn't even good his freshman year in high school. So no, I don't think she's there for the clout or the money. I just think people are making more of it than it is, just because that's what the internet does. Everything she does is going to have to be portrayed some kind of way. But what they should have done was just shut up. They shouldn't even have responded to it. But I know they're young, and if she think this is something, she got a lot to go ahead with. A lot in front of her, and I'm really hoping it doesn't break them up because of all this, because this is a lot to take in.
What I'm saying is this. This is his night. This is his weekend. Why are you doing anything to even catch any attention? Why do
She's
you
not.
even have to make a
She's
video?
not. The media is putting the attention on her. She didn't do anything. She hasn't said nothing. The media did. They went straight in. She didn't stand up. Look at her face. She didn't this. She's sitting on the couch. She's saying, do I have to just sit here? She was actually asking them, do you want me to sit here? Go with you? Go with your family? Because his family was in there. They were shopping. Adidas let them actually go buy anything they wanted to, get anything they wanted. They was walking through there. She was just trying to find out where he wanted her to go. He's like, oh, you can stay here. You can go there. Because he was about to go to another interview. She's like, what do you want me to do? You want me to stay here with your family? Take someone back to the hotel? People throw things out of perspective. And she's going to have to
Oh,
deal with this. They don't want that boy with her, and they don't even know him for whatever reason.
I don't I don't doubt any of that is true. But why do you feel you need to defend yourself if it doesn't really matter? Sit your tail down
We
and
are
don't defend
female.
yourself. That's your
I'm gonna be
man.
honest. I'm gonna be honest with you. I am having a podcast. I am a female. You know good and well, you live in Astro too. We are way too emotional for that. We do not play that mess, and the way that they threw her out there, and I'm saying on the outside looking in, y'all should have just shut up and let it go. Let the naysayers say what they want to and keep it moving. But it is not that easy. These are 20-year-old kids. You gotta think these are still college kids. I don't care how much money's been thrown, whatever situation he's in. These are still 20, 21-year-old kids. So yes, this is gonna get to them at some point. I'm hoping she learned from reacting to this to shut up going forward. Because that's the only way it's going to work. It's
That's
not
all I'm
about
hoping
her.
for.
And she said it's all about him. She did not want it to be about her. The media did. That girl didn't do nothing. They're going to find 50 more videos from 3 years ago and claim whatever they want to.
Of course they are. Of course they're going to do that. All I'm saying is, I know you're emotional. If it was about him and all that was lies and it wasn't it, why did you feel you had to defend yourself? Listen, you got the man.
We're saying that as a grown
You got
person.
the money.
We're saying that as grown as adults. These are not grown adults. You were 19. You were 20. And when you were in college, you and your wife and y'all were dating, and somebody had something to say about her because you got an award on South Carolina's campus. Oh, hell no. Now you would say, oh, I ain't got time for that. But your 20-year-old self at University of South Carolina would have went the hell off somebody that said something about your girl and got slaughtered on the internet the way it is. And that's only because of their age and their immaturity. Hell, even adults couldn't even handle this.
Listen, first, as a 20-year-old Torrence, I was just mellow. I wasn't all of that, so don't even try it. Number two, I wasn't dating anybody. Seriously, they even have to worry about it. But you are right. We live in a different world and a different environment now.
These kids kill
We don't live
over
in the
internet.
environment we didn't live in that same environment 30 years ago.
Kids
So
will commit
I give it the benefit
suicide
of the
over
doubt.
bullying on the internet. Okay, that's the world we're in.
Oh, I know that.
So,
but my thing is, just listen. If it's not true, and you're right, I'm coming from an adult. If it's not true, don't even say anything. Let's move on. I live with my man. He happy with me. I love each other. Let's move on. Let's go on. That's it. But you won the Heisman. Congratulations. And you are right. If you think the spotlight on her now, woo! Wait till he get drafted. Wait till that first contract hit. Wait till all the girls running after him, and he gonna be fighting off, and then all of that's gonna happen soon. So I hope this is a step toward her maturity. I happy for him. If he's in love, that's his girl. I ain't got nothing to do with his business. I don't care.
Marrying her, draft night or something? He's gonna get married to her next year. I just hope he still does. Hope he gets a prenup. Let's not be that dumb, but he probably won't. But hopefully Dion can make it through to him, and she should want it as well. She should want it as well. She ain't on that field. She ain't on that field running up and down there to get hurt. Yeah, I have a problem with that. Yeah, if she can't sign and there's an issue, then yeah, we got some problems. So you can't predict. Nobody goes to a marriage want a divorce.
All that's good until that first baby happened, and then all is thrown out the window. That's all that is.
And then she get paid anyway.
She'll be pregnant before they get married. I can tell you that. I will tell you that. And they get married next year.
I thought that's what the thing was, that she was pregnant, but maybe not. I don't know. You know how things are, but we're gonna move on. I'm hoping the best for that boy. I truly am. Yes. But just to teeter a little bit.
That's the past. Let's talk.
That's the past. Let's talk the future now. What we got going on for the? Who you got for Heisman next year? I'm gonna tell you who I thought about. I'm taking SMU quarterback between him and Archie. Depending on how Archie come on up, I know those will be the two quarterbacks up for Heisman next year. I don't know who else. Milrose is coming back, but I ain't worried about him.
I sent you an article about this. Yeah. In that article, I wanted you to see one particular person. I wanted you. Who you think that person would have been? Now I know there's Arch Manning.
I know who it is.
I know that your dude from SMU.
Sellers.
His name is what?
Sellers.
Lenoris Sellers from the University of South Carolina. You better open your eyes and see what's about to happen.
I know. I see
I'm just giving y'all a chance to wake up and look at it.
I'm not even doubting you on that one. I promise you. I ain't even gonna go against you on that. I don't know what kind of season he's gonna have, but I promise you, I'm with you on that one. I do see him in there. I see Sellers up there. I don't really see anybody else. I don't see any running backs or nothing that stick out to me.
And there's no offensive defensive players next year, so it's going to be a quarterback award next year. And all year I'm gonna be on that Sellers hype train. Choo choo.
Let's hope he pulls through.
Whatever train we gonna do.
I hope he pulls through for you. I hope he pulls through for you. That's all I'm saying. But we just wanted to take a little peek into next year. I don't know how y'all feel about it, but it's time for the new Heisman. It's over now. You know what I'm saying?
Let's look at peaking next year. Let's do it.
So, Mike Vick, and as we're preparing for the show, the news actually comes in. So Michael Vick was actually interviewing for head coaching position. He interviewed at what was it, Sacramento State and Norfolk. Okay, Norfolk, however you want to folks say it. But he interviewed at both, and I think he gave his he already picked where he's gonna go. Where are you going, TT?
Well, he hadn't made it official, but there's some people confidants they say that hang around him. Probably one of them dudes that used to fight the dogs for him. I hope he got rid of. Hope he got rid of all
No,
them dudes. But he, but he's staying close to the crib because you know he's from
Virginia.
the beach in Virginia, and he's staying at Norfolk State. He's taking over the historically black college, HBCU, as the head coach at Norfolk State, and I'm excited because I know he's going to pump life into that program. He's going to pump life into those boys, and he's going to teach them about the world. If they don't become pro football players, I guarantee every one of them going to be better men. Because if you can't listen to Mike and get that story and understand that story, you ain't worth it. I'm telling you right now. So
that man, he's going to do something.
Congratulations, Mr. Vick.
Congrats. I think he's going to Norfolk as well. I hope he does. I'm loving to see, a lot of these ex-quarterbacks, ex-players that's notable. We know they're going to be in the Hall of Fame. I'm glad that they're taking coaching positions and making a difference. Because, even under Deion, they talk about Deion, but Deion with the Jackson State turned that around. Never coached before. Everybody fussed about it. Then he turns around and he comes to Colorado, and you take a 1-9 team and turn them into a 9-3 bowl eligible team with a Heisman winner in 2 years.
With the Heisman.
You can't tell me nothing.
No question.
You can't tell me the old boy at Savannah State. What's his name? The bald headed. What's his name? Tennessee State coach. He doing his thing. Eddie George. He doing his thing. I mean, we about to have Vic come on in and do something too. I'm telling you, it's looking up, and I'm very glad to see this.
And I want these black college programs to be like when they were before we were born. That's that's before they let everybody go everywhere. All the talent was at the black colleges, and them boys performed, them boys played, and those made the NFL. And I want that to come back. I want these HBCUs to come back, and I want everybody to be able to go to an HBCU. It's not because it's historically black. That doesn't mean you can't go.
Let me tell you. Last weekend when y'all saw, I was in North Carolina. I went home with my sorors, and we went to the UNCG A&T, North Carolina A&T, North Carolina Agricultural Technical State University. We play on them every year. It's a rival of West Market Street. We're on the same street in Greensboro, just different sides of it, East and West Market Street. So we played, and normally it's at the Coliseum, but for some reason it was in Corbett on campus, which was good. But they had two white guys, two big ass, I'm talking about two dominant players. And man, listen, I think they came from Germany or something. Are they from overseas, Spain, somewhere? But them boys were bad. And you could just tell with the camaraderie with them and their teammates, the cheerleaders, just people around. They're probably the coolest kids on campus. So just because it's HBCU, there's a lot of other cultures that actually go there, and trust and believe, we're the most welcoming culture ever out there. So we'll welcome everybody in.
Yes. We'll let anybody in because that's what we do. We accept and then we let everybody in. So I want these programs to become programs again. I want people to say, no, I don't want to go to South Carolina. No, I'm not going to North Carolina. I'm going to North Carolina A&T. That's what I want to say. I want to see number one recruits say, you know what? I'm going to play for Howard.
And guess who did that?
You know what I'm saying?
Hunter. Hunter could have went anywhere in the country. He did it. And I feel like Deion and them had never left. I think Hunter, Shador, and Deion still would have did what they had to in Jackson. They still would have.
Absolutely.
So,
absolutely.
But we're going to get our kill the dead horse, but let's move right on along. And it kind of trends on into, what's going on with these kids? It's transfer portal. More problems or payoffs?
Money.
That's what I'm saying. Sorry. What's so horrible? We see, as you can see right here, Marshall, and I think they're the only school, but maybe not. Who knows? But Marshall has opted out of a bowl game due to no players left. Everyone jumped in the portal.
Yep.
Even down
Yep.
to, if you want to even look even deeper, Penn State. I saw where Penn State, who is in the final, they got to buy shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're
Yeah.
top 14, they're number 2, I think. Penn State's backup quarterback
Mm-hmm.
jumped in the portal. And the reason he
Yep.
jumped in is because
Sure
there's a
did.
deadline, and it doesn't go past the bowl games. It's before the bowl games. And if these kids don't jump in the portal by then they can't go. They're stuck. If they jump in, then they can't play in their bowl games. So I'm trying to understand why. That's what Penn State coaching. I was reading the article by him. He was upset about it. Like, why are they doing that? Why are they putting that deadline there for these kids to have to make a decision? They just lost their backup quarterback. You know what I mean? So, and Marshall can't even play because kids are opting out. I don't know how many other schools. I'm sure it's going to be more where people aren't going to play. They're playing, but their star players will not, or people who transferred. I am over
Well,
the
I'm gonna say
damn
this.
portal.
I'm saying this. I love the portal,
I'm over.
and here's several reasons why. Number one, the Marshall scenario. Marshall deserved it because they fired or got rid of the head coach, and for something that for some alleged stuff that he said he didn't do. So he went to got another job somewhere, and the team understood that, like, you did the coach wrong, and we all, I think it was 36 of them, jumped in the portal. So listen, if you gonna do the coach wrong, we ain't gonna be here. That's something different. Years ago, remember we watched basketball and football, and coaches could do anything and treat you anyway, and they could, scholarships are only 1-year deals. We used to think scholarships were 4 years. If you play a sports scholarship, it's 1 year, and they can cut you, get rid of you, or whatever in a minute. The portal has put it in a different situation. Okay, you gonna treat me wrong? Gonna treat the coach wrong? We can bounce. We don't have to be here. Somebody else wants me. I'm not locked in anymore. I don't have to stay with you. Number two, I'm getting paid. Because if you're the big name in the portal, and you've seen there's a couple of them, I see people who got like 1.5 million, 2 million. Somebody was offered up to 7 million. The basketball player from BYU that signed, the recruit, he's getting $7 million from BYU.
BYU number one.
The NIL is a big.
Knowing he ain't gonna stay there. Ain't benefiting nothing. Ain't gonna nothing.
Nothing. $7 million for 1 year.
Who got the most who can pay him.
I saw one athlete say, "Listen, for $7 million, I'm going to BYU and don't have sex for a year too, because BYU for $7 million."
My question is we're talking about NIL, we're talking about the payoffs, the money, the portal, playing. The coaches don't like me. I'm tired of sitting here. Why I gotta stay here? We're talking about a college, right? A university. What the hell happened to education? Does that matter? Are these kids even aspiring to graduate? You can't.
It does matter. It matters to you, Farrah, because you ain't an athlete. It matters to me because I'm walking across campus getting an education. Oh, there's 40,000 students at the University of South Carolina. 38,900 something. It matters to them. Other ones who play basketball or football? No, it don't. There's no such thing as a student athlete anymore.
That's sad.
You're either a student or an athlete.
But that's sad, and that's why I'm like, I don't like the portal. I know we used to want them to pay us. I know they want us to pay the players and this and that. We wanted, y'all are getting all this money off of my name, image, and likeness. I get it, but to the extent that it went to, boy, I don't know. This strategy was not well thought out.
Now, my other side of that is this:
you're gonna get $5 million and no education. That money's gonna be gone. Then what?
If you sign with me for the NIL deal through the portal, through whatever the situation is, I'm gonna say that it's a contract. Am I right?
Yeah.
So my rule of this is there should be nobody who ever can opt out anymore of college football bowl games unless you in the portal, because if you sign a contract and I'm paying you $1.5 million for that season, my season is not over until the bowl game in. You can't opt out. You can't go pro. You better play because I'm voiding that contract.
Now you got a number one draft pick and someone gets hurt on a stupid bowl game. Ain't that what y'all say? It's always cons to the pros, but you're playing a game that is a contact sport that you can get hurt at any time.
Excuse me. You get hurt, but you got hurt with $1.5 million. Now, back in the day, you got hurt for nothing. Not for a sandwich, but now you hurt with $1.5 million. You signed this contract to be here, you going through the bowl game, and that's what I want to see. So there's no opting out unless you going in the portal. Even if you're going pro, you're gonna play that last game, or you're not gonna get that money. That's gonna be my
Okay.
contract in NIL. That's what Belichick's gonna do in North Carolina, buddy.
Oh,
Either you're
well,
gonna play it
okay.
out, or you're not gonna get paid here. That's what's gonna happen.
Okay, I can see that. I can see that. Now I
Sorry,
understand more
I
why,
got emotional.
Marshall. No, no, I appreciate that take. No, no, I appreciate that take. Because, I'm like, I hate the portal, but I didn't look all in depth into that Marshall, literally, their coach screwed them, and now they are
Mm-hmm.
able to get out situations like that. Now, how they're going to rebuild their program? Will they have a football team next year?
Yeah, because they're gonna give up the money that they're not paying to those 36 people.
And
36
pick
people
up
who
all
left, they
kinds
don't
of
have to pay.
D2 kids and they just need a scholarship. All right. Do what they got to
Listen,
do.
I send my son to Marshall play some ball. We be in the mountains of West Virginia.
We are
That's what we be
Marshall.
doing.
We are Marshall.
We.
Okay.
Oh
So,
my goodness.
yeah, but we're going to move on along. Melrose. I'm glad that boy was smart. He got a little smart. Even though he pregnant with twins. I guess his NIL gonna take care of them children, so he can go back to school and finish his education. But he did formally say that he was coming back on an Instagram post, so he will be returning to Alabama. To all you Bama fans.
So you're telling me he's making more
Oh.
money at Alabama? I see it. 79-77. He got a tight game
No,
going
no,
on over
no.
here. I see it.
81-77.
But
Your internet low. I don't know what's wrong with you. It's 81-77 now,
oh,
baby. Carolina up.
wait a minute.
North.
Okay, excuse me, my fault. But what I will say is, uh, Milrow must be making more money at Alabama than he think he can get as a second round pick. He must be
Yeah,
making more money at
ain't that
Alabama.
what I text you today? I'm like, he know better than come out in that draft. He got Shador, he got Oregon, he got Dylan, man, Ward coming out. Man, ain't nowhere for you. Ain't nothing for you. So just stay on in there, and you gotta just take a chance next year. But he won't be first round this year, so he needed to go back. He sure did.
Listen,
But
but them twins gonna be expensive though. Them twins, you better live with them grandparents, mom and dad, military grandparents gonna be helping with them twins, cause
okay.
it's gonna get expensive.
Down in Alabama, and daddy came out with the baby like, who's the pappy?
Who the pappy? Not the pappy,
but,
boss.
but yeah, he definitely good luck to him. But he's coming back, so and he needs to. So NCAA
I
men's
agree.
basketball. Let's jump over here. Actually, we both watching it. Carolina is playing. I don't know what number they are. Florida, they're ranked top 10. Well, I guess it's right here in my face, number 7. So they're playing number 7, and they are winning. Okay, so it's a really good game. So if you're not watching this on ESPN, Carolina, the only Carolina, and I will not correct myself, is up. But Tennessee is still running the show. At number 1, we got Auburn, Iowa State, Kentucky, Duke still at 5, Alabama. Speaking of them, Florida, Kansas, Marquette, Oregon, and the list goes on. But Florida looks like they're maybe about to take an L from Carolina, who is not ranked. But we're gonna get back up in there before Christmas.
Well, contrary to pop belief, I'm watching the real Carolina play, the ones down south, and they're playing 25 ranked Clemson right now. It's tied at 65 right now with like 6 minutes left. So you can talk about your Carolina beating Florida, leading Florida, whatever, but it's North Carolina, man. Just making sure. You up north, I'm down south. We good.
Yeah, y'all got
Let's
a little,
represent.
y'all got a what? A little in-state rivalry game going on. I'm sure it's hype over there right now. I'm pretty sure it is.
That's
So
right. We go. Listen, we gotta beat them in every sport. We hate Clemson. Clemson is
right.
horrible. I hope Texas beat Clemson by 62. Oh, but that's another conversation for another day.
There go you them
So,
basketball scores. But March Madness, I seen a little article. Nothing I'm gonna jump on too much, but they're talking about extending March Madness 72 to 76 teams. Um, I mean, we're gonna get another day off at work so we can watch this. How many days is March Madness gonna go? You only adding 4 damn teams to do what? Like, how we doing this?
well, it's easy. All you do is another early couple of days. Instead of 2 games on Tuesday, you'll have like 6 games on Tuesday,
But
and then
how are
pick it
you
up on
getting
Thursday. So
in?
it'll balance itself out.
But how you gonna do
Huh?
it? Is it gonna be more ranked teams in because you already got your at large bids? Are you going to allow some D2 teams to come up? I mean, some HBCU D1s. I mean, how is this? What we doing?
There are so many other schools that did not get in the top 65. They can push this tournament back to the top 80 and still have several teams
Well,
that
they
that
said
can
it can't
just
go past
get into that
76.
tournament.
They said because of time slots, TV schedules, they can't go past 76. Maybe they'll add 10 more to
Yeah,
the NIT.
that's just until money comes up when TNT or TBS offered them another 20 million. Oh, they can find a time slot. Oh, they'll figure out a way to get there when they get offered another $1 billion.
I'm pretty
Don't give me that talk
sure.
about. Don't talk about there's no time slot. Time slots is because they offering them more money right now. That's all
Right.
that is. It's all about the money. In
I
fact,
think.
every team in Division One basketball gonna make the tournament in about 2 years. They're gonna be like 128 teams. The heck with it.
You're so
So,
stupid.
but
81-79. Was it 3 minutes left? Oh boy, come on, Carolina. Let's get it. 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 All right,
you in the
NCAA
wrong
women.
Carolina once again.
Man, whatever. We ain't about to play this game with
Okay,
you. NCAA
let's talk about the
women's
women.
basketball. Yeah, women's basketball. Top 25.
Yeah.
All right, who we got?
Okay. Okay.
Only thing really changed a little bit was South Carolina jumped up to 2. Notre Dame is up in that top 5 now. They number 3, knocked UConn down, which deservedly so because they beat that ass. LSU, Texas, run them on out and keep it moving. So, yeah.
Listen, let's keep it moving. Like I said, all I'm gonna say is Gamecocks jumped up to number 2. So UCLA, oh, we coming back. We coming for you. Y'all beat us at y'all little home. That's fine. Oh, Farrah, on a side note about women's basketball, next year, they made a little tournament next year, an NIL tournament, whatever.
Uh-huh.
4 teams, Las Vegas around Thanksgiving, Texas,
I
Duke,
saw that.
UCLA, and South Carolina.
I saw that. UConn's in it too. I
Thanksgiving
thought
week.
ain't UConn in it? UConn was
No,
in it?
UConn is not in it. This is just those 4 Thanksgiving week in Vegas. So if y'all want to go somewhere for Thanksgiving, don't want to deal with people, let's go to Vegas for a couple of days and watch some women's basketball.
I did see that. And I was like, oh, okay, next year. So I kept it moving. I ain't paid attention, but I did see that. Dang. Yeah, we might have to keep that in mind. All right, let's.
I don't mind. I don't mind going to Vegas. Let's get it.
Man, you don't mind going nowhere. We already know. Now the Lady Balls, them heifers. Did you see what they did? Most 3-pointers in a game. They hit 30 for 63. Do you understand me? 33 pointers. There's not an NBA team. There's not a men's team. No one has hit 30.
It's never happened.
Never happened. Not even in NBA.
So what's more impressive? That you hit 30 or that you shot 63? God, how many?
But think about it.
Most people have 63 shots in the game.
Man, it's ice all on somebody's shoulder. But it's still 50%. Almost 50%. That's crazy.
God. That is absolutely crazy. They scored with 139 points?
Yeah, they did. They played, I think it was North Carolina Central, I believe. They did that too. That was just bad. They ain't had to do them like that. But that's who they did that to. But they set a record. I just had to give them a shout out on that because everybody was setting, some records. There was another record set when it came to pointers we'll get to shortly in just a few. But shout out to the Lady Vols. Do your damn thing.
Shout out to the Lady Vols. That was impressive. 33 points in a game. Unbelievable.
I mean, I know North Carolina Central needs to be running 30. Need to be running 30 suicides for
Are we about to talk about your favorite thing in the world? Are we about to talk about your favorite thing in the world? I'm gonna sit back and enjoy this.
What? Asia's up next. Asia Wilson. I told you I had to throw Asia in. I threw her in. I'm sorry last minute. I just saw her contract. Yeah, Asia Wilson just got a 6-year extended contract, and they won't even keep talking about how lucrative it is, but they will not say how much it is. So I'm waiting on them numbers. Ooh, I can't wait. 6-year extension. She thinks she getting paid.
Now, I remember a couple of months back, a year or so ago, we were all talking about young lady from Indiana getting her shoe contract, and then nobody gave it to Asia. The agent just sat there quietly and said, "Listen, whatever." And all of a sudden, she popped up and said, "I got my shoe." Now, all of a sudden, they added an extra 6 years on this contract. I want to see the numbers. I'm thinking it's NBA numbers.
It's got to be.
I'm thinking it's NBA numbers myself.
6 years.
6 years.
Yeah, and I might have a way to find out, low key.
Let's call her. She from South Carolina. We can call her. She from the crib. You holler at Asia.
I ain't got her number, but you know what I'm saying. Do what you need to do. I'm here for it all. But I had another way that I might find out something. But we'll see how that go. We'll see how that go. But congratulations on this remarkable money you about to get, and I'm gonna be nosy and find out soon. So on to the NBA, they get paid their good money. We're finally at the end. Oh my Lord,
your favorite.
Mm, mm, mm,
your favorite thing in the world, the Emirates Cup Championship Cup.
Get a shot on that because it's over. Over. Do you understand me? I'm so glad. Emirates Championship is tonight. Hell, I think it done started, or it's about to start at 8. Bucks versus Thunder. Who cares? Nah, I'm playing. It's gonna be a good game, but I don't care.
Don't you?
No, I don't.
Don't you care? Aren't you pulling for the Thunder in this one? You want the Thunder to win their championship?
Yeah, I always have to go for the Thunder because Minnesota, they work for they play in the Fiserv Arena, and you know how I feel about Fiserv, so.
Okay.
Yeah, damn them Bucks.
I don't have a dog in that fight, but I will tell you.
Yep.
I'm happy that it's almost over too. I'm just happy that we've almost finished with this, and I don't have to see this no more this season. Man, that was my goal. So
I needed to go away. So yes. And
we can watch some real basketball sometime in February.
Yeah, because we were through the first quarter of the season. They about 20-some games in. We got to get to 82. So we ain't halfway there, but we're good. A third. You know what I'm saying? Good third through the season. Exactly. So it's about to get good around Christmas, and that's when we can jump in and have a good time with it. But until then, we're going to move right on along. The Mavs, we got a couple of things happening. Mavs and the Warriors, man. And the crazy thing is, I didn't even get to see this game. I didn't even get to see the game.
Who cares? Nobody loves the Mavs, but you.
Come on.
My fault. I'm sorry. That's the hateration right there. Let me let that go.
Let it go. 48.
Let's just say that 48 threes amongst the two teams. Well, imagine if they'd have played the Tennessee women. they did 30. Man, they did 30 themselves.
It would have been a record of 78 threes were shot last. The hell? And I mean, it was pretty even. It was like 20, 21, 23. So they balled out the other night. 48 threes that were shot. So that was an NBA game. I guess whatever. Never happened.
And who won the game?
Who won? The Mavs. The Mavs won.
Oh, sorry. I wasn't really paying attention.
Okay. Yeah, get that right. Don't stop.
I think the Lakers beat the Grizz that night. I was watching the game. LeBron came back, so I was watching that. So.
And speaking of that, speaking of Bron, speaking of Bron, why he want to go to the Warriors? What's up with him? I keep seeing that all week. He won't go to the Warriors. He won't go to the Warriors? Why? I'm trying to understand.
Nobody wants to go to no Warriors. We just had a conversation about media and people putting a spin on stuff, and they gonna say whatever they want to say. Well, that's the same thing. Dude ain't leaving L.A. Remember?
Yeah, because they don't want him down there. What is he gonna do for them? Bring them a championship? They got it. Need a star player? They got it. What we need? We don't need people come down there that don't play defense and walk in the back court the whole damn game, stay on one side. Pawpaw over there walking around like Biden. He don't know where he at on the court. Just walking around mysteriously. Like, over here.
It's like that?
Come down here. We on defense now. We ain't on offense no more, bro. Come on.
Did you say Pawpaw? Did you say
Pawpaw? Ain't Pawpaw out there. Pawpaw. So let's, you know what I'm saying? I got you over here. Please, Steph, take me in. Steph ain't taking him in. No, he ain't getting traded because ain't nobody, he's not coming to the Warriors. So I just thought that was even funny that they even speaking of it. But hey, to each his own. So
I'm talking about my Lakers and Bron. He'll be a Laker in the season.
Tell LeBron to just sit down and nobody want him. He's getting old. Just retire. Let it go. Like, just retire. We all here for it. Retire on top, man, while you can. And speaking of retiring, you had to retire something this week too, didn't you? Yeah.
What did I have to retire this week,
Oh,
Farrah?
I'll give
You
it
know
a
what I'm saying?
second. I know it's a little delay on you getting the video opposed to, on the cam.
Oh, here we go with all of
The
that.
champ is here.
Here we go. Here we
The
go.
champ is here. Yes, sir. I won again this week. I can't say again. I won my shit back. The champ. The
I'm about to
champ.
say again. I'm about to
13
say
to
again.
10. 13 to 10, Torrence. I know you're already questioning things, so I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I'm looking through. Let me let you know where you went wrong. Let's see. No,
Wow.
yeah. Let's see. Where did you go? Oh, Texans beat the Dolphins. You went for the Dolphins.
I
You
did.
lost
I
that
did.
one. Let's see. Yeah, what else did you lose? You lost the Bills and the Lions. I don't know why you talking about. Oh, they gonna be at the Lions. I ain't going against them. Okay, I'm trying to tell you, but we'll get into that game in just a little bit. And then the Buccaneers. They beat the Chargers. You let the Chargers last week. We didn't get to you. You thought they was gonna pull it out again for you, and they did not. So that's exactly what your ass get. And then the Packers. The Packers wasn't gonna do nothing in Seattle. Oh no, not with the 6-man crowd out there. But they did. So there you go.
Well, I want to say
13-10. So
congratulations.
thank you.
You, fi-
Thank you,
you,
thank you very
fi- you,
much.
you finally win something. You finally get a chance to win something. And, every now and then you need to get the chain on so you can feel what a champion feels like because you don't get that often enough.
Hey,
So, congratulations.
yeah, this
I'm
get
gonna take my L like I'm gonna take my L like my football team did this week and just sit back and say it. As Mike Tomlin said at the press conference, it's a loss. That's all it is. It's a loss.
it's a
That's it.
loss. Yeah, yeah, it's a
That's all
loss.
it is.
Yep, it's a loss. So take it how you take it. Anywho, y'all know who champ is here for one more.
Whatever.
That's for the
Whatever.
people in the back. That's for the people in the back. All right, so we about that leads
Wow.
us on into our week 15 NFL. Let's get into what we came here for. Go plans get the
That's
people
what we
what they
came here
want.
for.
The NFL, okay.
Uh,
So we're gonna start out with what happened last week. Had to be some repercussions, but I thought it was quite hilarious. Campbell, they found he walked off last week because they was before they could finish the L and get beat. He walked off. I ain't going back in this game. Not doing it. Can't make me. So they finally suspended him for 3 games. Finally suspended him 3 games. But this, yeah, Mr. Campbell. But it doesn't matter because it ain't but 3 damn games left. They said his locker is cleaned out. He ain't got a name tag. Like he is off the team. Okay, he already know. Forget the season over. His career is over. There. Yeah.
well, they said they didn't want to cut him because they didn't want to reward him to go to another team. So what they did is suspend him so he can't play. Now that's some cold business, but
He
suspending me,
deserved
you
it.
must be paying me somehow.
I
But
mean,
you
let him
that
get
means
paid, but you
you
can't
must be
play.
paying me somehow.
Let him pay him, but he ain't
That's
gonna
all
get to
right.
play, and he ain't getting picked up by nobody else. Ain't no postseason for you, buddy.
You can't.
Don't nobody
They
want you.
can't let him pick anybody else. But well,
Don't
you
nobody
know
want
what?
him.
Season's over for him. But he knew his season was over when he walked off that field. There's no new information. He just thought
Probably
he might have
playing.
got
He's
cut
playing.
and
I think he pre-played.
end up in Detroit. He thought he may end up in Detroit because apparently everybody in the world need to be in Detroit now. But that's another conversation for another time.
I
But
think he pre-planned it.
you know,
Oh, 7 seconds left. 87-84. We losing.
who's winning?
Dog in
I'm not watching.
Florida. Oh man, I don't know how that's gonna work out, but anyway, the Bills and the Lions. The Bills and
Uh-oh.
Lions. We got to get into it. Let's see if TT, because TT watching some game that's so important right now. His eyes are straight in the air. Everybody can see it. Straight in the air. What you watching, TT?
That's straight in the air.
What you
That's straight in
watching,
the air. I'm watching my
TT?
Gamecocks still. I'm watching South Carolina play, but We talking about Bills and Lions. Here's what I'm going to say
Oh,
about that.
oh
I think the Lions are one of the most gifted offensive teams that we've seen in a long time. When you got 122 people in the injured reserve and you lost more people this week, I don't know how you're going to survive this. Tell me how you're supposed to survive this.
all I can tell you is the
And
Bills. The
and you
Bills
can't
defense.
stop Buffalo because that
Nope.
that that dude all of a sudden is the greatest quarterback in the history of the game. All of a sudden,
I
he is now the
mean, no, he
MVP
hasn't had
favorite.
a sack. He hasn't had a sack. He hasn't. Oh my God, this dude is doing the most. But I told you, didn't I tell y'all at the beginning of this year? Didn't I? You didn't believe me.
Whatever,
You didn't believe me. But
whatever.
yes,
But
and
I'm a
speaking of
belie-
that,
I'm, I'm a
what?
believer now. I'm gonna tell you that. I'm a believer right
42,
now because he's
48.
playing some ball.
That boy, no sacks, no turnovers. This is unreal. And so my thing is how is he not the MVP? How is he not? You tell me why would he not be the MVP? That's what I need to know.
There is no question that this young man is MVP, and if they keep winning, I want to see how the season handles out. They are one of the hottest teams in football. They're playing, and everybody thought he was going to take a step back because he had no wide receivers. He lost his number one dude, but this dude is putting up what 5, 6 touchdowns a game, 3 passing, 2 rushing. You can't stop him. He's big as Big Ben used to be when he ran over people. So
No
good luck,
turnovers,
good
no
luck to the
fumbles, nothing.
wonderful Buffalo Bills.
Whew, boy, but yes, that's the MVP. But I mean, I'm not gonna take anything away from Jared. Jared Goff became the first quarterback to lose a game with 400 plus passing yards, 5 plus touchdowns, no INT in NFL history. You can't take nothing from Goff. You can't.
If you ain't got no defense, this is the games you got to keep playing, and you got to keep
But
scoring.
as a
Now, I
player,
think the
you better
advantage
Goff is man. Listen,
Golf. Like I said, I like. I think I said it earlier. I like Jared Goff as one of the MVP candidates, but as long as your boy playing the way he do, nobody else in this league can do anything. Because your boy in Baltimore threw 5 touchdowns and nobody even paid attention to him. Nobody even said a word. Now he did it against the Giants, but my gosh.
yeah,
So,
ridiculous. So
but yeah.
that boy, he is Jared Goff. Like I said, I got to give him his kudos. Now he's a bad boy himself, but right now,
So, so
Allen is
Buffalo scored what 90 points in the last 2 games.
unreal,
They scored what
unreal,
45 last week and lost, something
unreal,
like that.
unreal.
Unreal.
So that's where I'm at with it. So all right, we're gonna move on along. A couple more games: the Chiefs and the Browns. Man,
Um,
listen, the
did
Chiefs
anybody
and the
watch this
Browns.
game? Did anybody know this game was even being
I
played?
caught some clips, and then the big thing came up because Jake got hurt. Jake got hurt. Mr.
But
Mahomes has hurt himself, but they did win 21-7. They did do a little bit more than they normally do. But geez, man, it's bad. It's horrible for
number
them.
number one, it was a bad knee ankle, and I hope he sits out a couple of weeks. I want him to get healthy because I want a healthy. I don't want to hear no excuse why they can't win. I want him to be healthy and lose.
This is going to be
Number
the
two, you should have
excuse.
watched it. I think you picked the mighty Jamesons in this game if when you picked, even though you won this week. I think you picked Cleveland, and your boy got benched. And they said today that they're gonna let Dorian Thompson whatever start for the
Yep.
rest of the season for him. So I guess Jameis prayed away his starting position along with those pick sixes. So,
And the pick sixes
but
didn't get prayed
Cleveland.
away. He's still throwing them. Shit.
So, but yeah, Kansas City won. They're 13-1. They're the ugliest 13-1 we've ever seen in the history of the game. But
I
they only
told you
lost one
they're
game so
1 and
far.
13. Okay, they're 1 and 13. I give them 2
Okay,
and
so
12 because
well,
they won last. Give them 2 and
they beat
12.
Cleveland. So
They
they beat
beat
Cleveland
Cleveland.
last week. I give you that. All right.
Yeah, but Mahomes is week to
Okay.
week. So we got to see how that goes. But yeah, if they ain't got Mahomes, I don't know what other magic they can possibly pull out of a damn hat. So, good luck with that. Yeah, good luck with that.
Good luck.
All right, so we got the Commodores. The Commodores, boy, man, listen, this was the dumbest 2-point conversion fail.
Um, sure. You 5-9. else? What you got to lose? You got to win these games. Go for the 2-point conversion. And wasn't the Commodores up like 20-3 at one point, and all of a sudden
Yeah,
the Saints made a comeback?
some issues now. We got some issues over there. We got some rookie stuff coming in, but we're still 9-5, so I'll take it. But we're skated on through. Don't talk too much about no damn Lionel. When Jake over here supposed to be 2-12. No, sir. So don't do it. Don't do it. A win is a win. That's what they said up there. A win is a win.
And who was the Saints quarterback that brought them back?
Riddler, you little Riddler boy. But he ain't even starting the rest of the season, I don't believe. I think they're letting the other guy come in. Who was saying somebody else starting this week?
Rattler, because Rattler came in to relieve that dude that was playing, and they put Rattler, and Rattler came back and brought him back. So all that talk back to it always goes circling around the Gamecock for me. They lost, but they'll be better. But good job for the Commodores, because I pulled for the Commodores anyway. I just didn't know why it was this close. It shouldn't have been this close.
I didn't know why the Panthers almost beat them as well. I mean, I don't know.
They got to start playing a little bit better. That's all I got to say about that.
So, but they won. But I'm gonna give you a moment. I'll give you a moment. The Steelers lost. He gonna represent. He ain't wear a Steelers shirt. He wore Pittsburgh. We don't know if he.
What's that?
Okay.
And the Steelers right here, right there.
All right.
I'm always representing.
The Steelers got mollywopped 13-27.
No, they did not get mollywopped. Don't even try to make it sound. They got
smashed.
No, they did not.
They got smashed, punched in the face.
That was wrong with you. They did not get mollywopped, but Philadelphia played a really good game, and Pittsburgh's defense could not get Philly off the field in the second half. I think we had the ball twice in the whole second half. I can't argue with that. They did what they're supposed to do. Congratulations. We got to take an L, but like I said earlier in this conversation, Tomlin said it's a loss. That's all it is.
You know why I said
it ain't nothing connected to that now. It's a loss.
Because y'all clinched. Y'all good. Y'all in the playoffs. So he like, damn it.
We lost. We clinched and lost, but I want to win a division, and the division comes this week. Division comes on Saturday when we play.
Baltimore. Oh boy, it's gonna be a good one. Yeah, Torrence, but he's not gonna respond to my text messages. It's all good though. He ain't gonna respond.
Wow.
We almost done here. We almost out of here. Now we gotta get to Thursday night football.
On a side note, it just came out a few seconds ago that Atlanta is benching your boy and starting Michael Penix.
Okay. They could have been put Penix in and let him get a little reps in. I guess you get to play the last 3 games. Penix was my dude in college. I liked him. So I'm good with that. Give him a little, see what happens. You never know. But we didn't have to go to that game over in Frisco. It's on TV. I'm gonna watch it. I ain't watching that damn Emirates game, I tell you that. So I'm gonna watch Memphis play over here and stay from on that side of town. Man, I could have ate some food from over there on Main Street. Now you can't go nowhere near Main Street. I go shopping over there. What if I need to go to HEB right now? Oh,
you can't go nowhere near that spot.
Randy out in this traffic. Oh Lord, she was off Lebanon. She got to come back through here. I bet you that exit is off the chain over there. Damn, hope you make it.
Wait a minute. It depends on what time she leaving, because if the game about to start, that means people gonna be in the stadium.
Well, they in the stadium. Hopefully she missed it. They done got up in there because she's on her way back now. So good luck with that. Whew. Yeah, but anywho, Broncos and Chargers. You say anything stupid, it would be uncivilized. Who you got?
Oh, this is a tough one.
Who you at?
Chargers didn't perform like they're supposed to do last week.
But go with y'all.
The Broncos performed. The Broncos performed after your boy did a stupid thing and dropped the ball before he got in the end zone, and all of a sudden y'all scored 28 straight points after that. But at home on Thursday night, let's go with the Chargers. Let's go with the Chargers again. I'm gonna give them one more chance. You can give them one more chance. I'm gonna tell you, give them one more chance.
Give me one more chance. I feel like Big. I got got the keys to the lock. I got me a big gold chain from 95 on. Shit, all I need is some Nefertiti earrings. Ooh, better know it. Yeah.
Oh gosh.
All right, now I'm for real. I'm going for the Broncos, of course. So we're gonna go ahead and finish that out. Go ahead and clinch our wild card game. So, but we in there. We in there. That's what I'm saying.
Come on in where the water's warm. Come on in where the water's warm.
We
Come
up
on
in there.
Sir.
So we done made it down to the leg. Go ahead. What you about to say?
Because I would love to see a Broncos versus Steelers playoff game with Russ running so he can get even with somebody. That's all I got to say. But let's move on. That's future talk. We ain't got to talk about that now.
Future. He raising his son, but he didn't even get it. Blew right over your head. Oh.
Whatever. I know he is raising his son and married to his ex-girl. Ex-girl. Excuse me. Sorry. My fault.
I'm a hope. Yeah, there it is. All right, so we're going to have some news you can't lose. Just a little bit of news you can't lose. Brought to you by Rose Sparks.
Brought to you by Ciroc.
Brought to you by Ciroc. Baby oil.
And baby oil. Some Sean John. You know what I'm saying?
John. All that good stuff. So, we got a P. Diddy versus Jay-Z, y'all. There's too much going on this week. So we already know what's going on with Puff Daddy. But then we had Jay-Z had to get up in the mix this week. And somebody said that they raped her or whatever they did. I don't know. Some type of sexual assault happened to her after awards. And she was 13. And then the interview came out. And the poor child was autistic. There was something wrong and the story didn't add up. So I'm not sure if you actually heard the actual interview of the woman. This did not happen. But I'm going to say the jury's still out. We don't know what Jay-Z has done. So we're going to leave the jury out for him. I thought this was hilarious when I saw this picture. Just a little news you can't use, but they both 55 and 54. Jay-Z got him in height. He got him in money. Instagram followers, all of that. But sexually assaulted women, 200 accusers, to be announced. So we don't know yet. We're going to wait on it because I'm coming out with Jay-Z. And the reason I know is because you know why? Cat Williams told us. And I believe it to be true.
Cat Williams told us earlier this year, and y'all didn't think what he was saying. Y'all were listening. That dude told the truth, spoke it out, sat there, and like,
He told the truth. So definitely, we're gonna see how this unfolds with this P. Diddy versus Jay-Z. We're gonna see how it goes. Just some news we.
Now, on the side note, and I want you to follow up for it. I think I heard something today or later on this afternoon that they dropped the charges against Jay-Z. So
yeah,
I think I've read that somewhere.
They needed to. I'm sure some real people out here that may need to file some charges. But when you start having stupid stuff like this come in, that poor woman, I don't know what she was thinking. I don't know. But if you have not watched the video of the interview of the lady who claimed to be sexually assaulted, we're just going to wrap that case up. Judge Judy could have threw that out. Ma'am, get out my court. Get out of my court. So,
get out. Why are we here? I should arrest y'all for being here.
Right.
Stupid stuff. So
the jury's still out on it, so we'll see what happens in the upcoming months. So we'll see how that goes. But on that note, we've come to the end of our hour and a half. Torrence is about to watch his South Carolina game. Hopefully they lose. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, excuse me.
Carolina.
It's 85-82 and it's in overtime now.
What channel is it on?
So,
what station?
SEC Network.
Right.
SEC Network. It's on.
All right, I'll go check out the SEC Network. You got anything for the people?
Thank you, and thank you. I appreciate everything, y'all. When you listen, when you think about us, when you go and check the podcast, when you laugh at us, all these things I appreciate. And I also appreciate my co-host, even though I don't talk to her. She crazy. I appreciate my co-host sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is.
He just hating because the champ is here. The champ is here. Get your picks together, man. Get your pick six right. Get them right. Good gracious. But no, I appreciate you, TT. Couldn't do it without you. Thanks to all our viewers, subs. Y'all keep subbing. Y'all keep sharing. Y'all get us out there. This is all we want to do is just talk about sports barbershop style. Give it to the people how they want. But yeah, like, share, follow YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. Outside of that, when I come back to you guys, I may be in another state. Might not have all my beautiful setup. Y'all work with me. Y'all work with a sister. I still want to bring y'all these sports Saturday, even while I'm out, taking care of crib with family. So if you guys are traveling this weekend, be safe, all that good stuff.
Listen, they understand. It's the holiday time. It's that time of the year again.
Yeah,
I wasn't gonna start singing. And
disclaimer,
my mama popped in. Hey, ma.
Hey, mama,
Shout
how you
out.
doing, mama? And disclaimer, if you see my brother run through my lives, ain't nothing I can do about it. I can't control that guy. That's all I can say. The champ is here. I'm gonna leave y'all with that. And on that note,
whatever.
See y'all Saturday
Peace,
morning.
everyone. Y'all have a wonderful night. See y'all Saturday morning.
Doses.